It's Tuesday, April 16th. It's only 2 days after we installed this package, but I'm going to do this video of taking the metal cap off of a queen cage a day early, just so some of the new customers that we have can see how to do it. So we installed this package as one of our package demos on Sunday at the Stonewall Apiary second package load. This was the second of the two hives that we installed the package in. As a demo. You can see that the package looks really great. The bees from the package. These are bees from Wilbanks Apiaries in Georgia, and we absolutely love these bees. You can see the bees I gave them a 1 pound pollen substitute patty. They're eating away at it, starting to consume it, store away the pollen. We had given them a gallon of light 1-to-1 syrup. It looks like, you can see all the way down into the bottom, but it looks like it's pretty much empty. Get this feeder out of here. It's not quite empty. I can't see all the way down in there, but it looks like feels like about a third full. So they've eaten around, close to 3 quarts probably already. I think when we pull out some of the frames, we'll see that they have stored away a lot of syrup in the frames. I made a little room by removing the feeder. The queen cage is in between these two frames. I can see it from above. I don't know if the camera can see it. Yeah, this frame's pretty heavy. It's glistening with syrup. The bees have been taking it out of the feeder and storing it away. Quite a bit. So now we're in between, the queen cage is in between the next two frames. Pry this apart. And the queen cage is stuck down between the two frames with a metal cap still on the top. This is not a marked queen, but we can see her moving around inside the cage. She looks fine. The workers that are in there with her look really good. The candy plug is pretty much intact. They've been eating it from the inside, but the bees from the outside can't get in yet because we haven't taken off the metal cap. So it's very easy to take the metal cap off. We just pry it off with a hive tool. Now we can see the hole in the wood of the cage leads down into the candy. The workers will be able to go down into that little hole and then start eating the candy, and they'll get the queen out pretty quickly. Once we put this queen cage back and let them start chewing the candy, we want to be careful about not disturbing this hive very much. So I'm going to put the queen cage back. Put it in between the two frames, the way it was. Push the frames together as much as I possibly can. It's not uncommon because of the width of the queen cage for there to be a little bit of gap between the two frames. Normally we want all of our frames butted right up next to each other so the shoulders of the frames are touching. But for this, sometimes I can't. I'll put the feeder back. And since I'm in here, even though there is some syrup, we'll top off the feeder. We normally don't feed by pouring from a jug. We feed with a pump, a gas-powered pump that draws syrup from a large tank. But I did a couple of test videos and it was too loud with the motor. So I decided to just fill up a jug, do it the old-fashioned way. So I had a gallon of syrup in here. Yeah, it looks like there's about a quart left in there. So they've eaten about 3 quarts of syrup so far. I'm going to put my patty back. I have plenty of protein in the form of a pollen substitute patty, plenty of carbohydrates in the form of 1-to-1 white syrup that I've mixed up. And now I put the cover back on, inner cover back on. Put the outer cover back on. And then a little weight to hold it down. Now the workers are able to start eating the candy and releasing the queen. It won't take them very long, probably I would imagine by tomorrow or certainly by the next day. They'll have that candy eaten and the queen will be released. And then we can leave them alone for another week. The only disturbance we're going to give in this hive is we're going to check it on the weekend because they are consuming syrup real fast. We're gonna using smoke, we're gonna slide the covers just to the side a little bit and top off the syrup reservoir, the feeder, just because we want to give this hive the maximum amount of nutrition that we can, but we don't want to take any frames out because a newly introduced queen once in a while can be killed by her hive if the hive is disturbed too much in that first week or so. So we really try to be very hands-off, except for feeding. So that's about all I have for today. If you have any questions, you can email us at stonewallapiary@gmail.com, or you can ask in the comments below. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks.